Gwayak Pejlazi, hello and welcome to the beautiful Colchester Legion Stadium here in Truro, Nova Scotia for the second semi-final of the 2022 Coltech Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League Provincial Championship between the home team for this game, which are the Halifax Wolverines, and the visiting team for this game, the Werewell Bombers. My name is Michael Petter. This is Petter Pictou Sports on AOTV, and it is our honor to be here for what is now Game 16 of the tournament, this second semifinal. And the Truro Bearcats and the host organization would like to take time to acknowledge the support of the official semifinal two sponsors, who are two of the bronze level tournament sponsors, that being Motor Hub Automotive Group and Stanfield Limited. I would like to take this time to acknowledge that this building, Colchester Legion Stadium, in fact the entirety of Colchester County and all of Nova Scotia, lie within the unceded ancestral territory of Mi'kmaq. As we get ready for this second semi-final, it's actually a repeat of a game that we had on earlier today right here at this event. These two teams met at 10 o'clock this morning, so they don't have to look back very far for the last meeting between these teams. The Wolverines came away with the win in that game. However, it should be noted that the Werewell Bombers played a little bit of a different kind of game plan. Lane Sim didn't see as much ice time as he normally does. They didn't pull their goalie when they were trailing by a goal until there were just 4 seconds left. The rationale being that the coaching staff knew that if they lost by just a single goal, they were going to be okay and make it into the semifinals. And so therefore, they played it a little bit differently, held things a little bit closer to their vests, and the Halifax Wolverines were able to come away with the win. Is that victory that the Wolverines got going to be enough of a confidence factor for them in this game? Well, we're going to wait and find out. However, the one thing that it did mean is that the Wolverines are the number 2 seed in the semifinals, whereas the Bombers are the 3 seed, which means the Wolverines are the home team for this game and will have last change, and they will have the shorter line change in the first and third periods as they'll defend the net to our broadcast right as you're looking at it on your screen for periods 1 and 3. So will those advantages be enough? Again, we have to wait and see. Because the Wolverines are the home team, they'll be in their black jerseys with the gold and white trim and the white numbers on the back. Bombers will be in their road whites with the black and silver trim and the black numbers on the back. As we expect, it's probably going to be the two goaltenders who have led the way for these two teams to get them here, that being Bryant Cameron for the Werewell Bombers and Jordan Rittenberg for the Halifax Wolverines. That is who we expect will be the starting goaltenders, but don't take my word for it until we actually see them come out onto the ice. The winner of this game will be playing for gold tomorrow against the Rangers after the Rangers had a convincing 6-0 victory over the Dartmouth Whalers in the game that just wrapped up about half an hour ago. The Whalers will play for the bronze medal against whoever loses this game here. The bronze medal game tomorrow at 10 o'clock. The gold medal game goes at 1 o'clock tomorrow. And whoever wins that 1 o'clock game tomorrow, not only do they win the provincial championship banner, they also will get a chance to represent Nova Scotia at the Atlantics in Quispamsis, New Brunswick, starting on, I believe it's May 4th, excuse me. Speaking of Atlantics, we can say congratulations and good luck to both U18 teams from Nova Scotia, as they have both booked berths in the Atlantic Championship games at their respective Atlantics. The Halifax McDonald's finished the round robin with a 2-2 record. They will make it to the gold medal final against the Moncton Flyers after Moncton did Halifax a huge favor by beating Pinnacle Growlers in the final round-robin game. That meant that Moncton finished first, and it was just a two-way tie for second instead of a three-way tie, and the Halifax McDonald's get the berth in the final by virtue of the victory in the round-robin portion over the Charlottetown Knights. For the Northern Subway Selects, a very different path to the finals. They went perfect through the round-robin. They will take on the Edzo West Reds for the chance to go to Okotoks for the Esso Cup. McDonald's, they're looking for a chance to go to the TELUS Cup in Okotoks as well to represent the Atlantic region. Of course, the one difference about the TELUS Cup, there will be two Atlantic teams there, as the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush are the host team, despite the fact that they got to fly all the way to Okotoks in order to do that. I'm going to get myself turned around and situated and ready to go here as we get ready for this very exciting semi-final matchup. Again, they met just this morning, so certainly familiarity between these two teams. But with the results of that game this morning, you got to take it with a bit of a grain of salt, because like I said, the Bombers had their foot a little bit off of the gas. And want to mention as well, as usual, our broadcast here will be interactive, or is interactive. If you have a question or a comment or whatever the case may be, you can tweet to us at PetterPC_sports. That's PETTER. PC is in Pictou County, where I'm based out of. But don't worry, we'll keep the broadcast right and down the middle. _sports. And then the Facebook page is facebook.com/PetterPCSports. And again, you can send us a message there. And if it's a question, I'll try to answer it. If it's a comment, I'll try to respond to it. And I want to thank everybody who has been commenting throughout the course of the weekend so far. We really do appreciate all of you who've been watching, all of you who've been commenting. And if not for you guys, I wouldn't have a job to do. So I really do appreciate and am so very thankful for all of you who watch our games, game in and game out here on Petter Pictou Sports through AOTV. One quick lineup note for the Bombers. Griffin Horton still out of the lineup with that suspension after he got the major for head contact in the game against the Truro Bearcats yesterday. And he'll be back available for tomorrow's game. So that will be good news for the Bombers, as they will have their full lineup back. Dawson McCauley in this game, the game this morning, stepped into Horton's spot and played very well. Even ended up with a goal in that game, and was very effective. Didn't end up helping his team get to the victory, as they lost 4-3, but he definitely was a big part of the Bombers team. Looking back at this morning's game a little bit more closely, McCauley's goal actually was the first goal of the game, coming in the late stages of the first period. That gave the Bombers a lead going into that first intermission. However, 3 goals in just under 6 minutes for the Wolverines. Charlie Benigno, Jake O'Connor, and Luke Legier. O'Connor's goal on the power play, Legier's goal shorthanded, made it 3-2. On the same Wolverine penalty that Legier scored on, Scott McDonald scored on the power play to make it a 3-2 game, and that's how the second period came to an end. Logan Roop scored early in the third period to tie up the game, but the tie only lasted for 43 seconds before Ray McDougall got a goal of his own to put the Wolverines back in front, and that turned out to be the game-winning goal. McDougall's goal coming on the power play as well. And so we'll see if special teams are as big of a part of this game. 4 power play goals and 1 shorthanded marker. That's 5 goals scored on special teams out of the 5 goals that were scored. And so, are we going to see something similar for the game this afternoon? We saw 5 special teams goals on just 6 penalties. And again, 2 of those goals came on the same penalty. While Jake O'Connor was in the box for boarding, Legier scored shorthanded, and then Scott McDonald with that power play goal. And so as we wait for our officials to take to the ice and our teams to come out for the pregame, here comes Bryant Cameron leading the way. Cameron played in 3 of the 4 games. He has a 2-1 record, a 2.67 goals against average so far this weekend, and an .892 save percentage. And as expected, it is indeed going to be Jordan Rittenberg who will get the start in this one. He also played in 3 of the 4 games through the round-robin portion, finished with a record of 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 tie, a 2.67 goals against average, and an .892 save percentage. If those numbers sound familiar, it's because they are literally identical. Both players played 3 games, both players gave up 8 goals, and both players had 66 saves on 74 shots. So the save percentage, literally identical for Bryant Cameron and Jordan Rittenberg. Now let's send things across the way for the pregame introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you to the second semi-final game of the Colchester, Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League Provincial Championship between the Wherwell Bombers and the Halifax Wolverines. The Truro Bearcats would like to take this time to acknowledge the support of the official semi-final game number 2 sponsors, 2 of our bronze level tournament sponsors, Motor Hub Automotive Group and Stanfields Limited. Your on-ice officials for tonight's game, the linesmen are Chris Morrissey and Adam McLean. Your referees are Connor McKay and Dan Coulter. Your official timekeepers, Vinton Boudreau. If you can, ladies and gentlemen, we'll ask you to please stand for and remove your hats for the playing of tonight's national anthem.
Time to take a look at the starting lineups. First for the visiting team in this game, the Wherwell Bombers in front of Bryant Cameron. The defensive pairing of Scott McDonald and Owen Conrad. The forward line will be Lane Sim between Caleb McEachern and Nolan McKay. For the Wolverines, the same starting five that they've used for much of this tournament. Kenzie Wagner and Thomas Tran on the back end, and the forward line, Luke Legier, Charlie Benigno, and Ray McDougall. Rangers await the winner. Whalers await the loser as we are underway here in semifinal number 2 at the Colchester Legion Stadium for the Coltech Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League Championship Tournament. Conrad gives the puck to McDonald. McDonald will get it out to center ice. Legier waiting for it there. He'll play it back to Tran. Tran gets it ahead. Benigno deflects it down, but it's picked up immediately by McDonald. He'll get it to Conrad. Conrad's pass McEachern did get a piece of it apparently, and so icing gets waved off. I didn't think McEachern got his stick on that, but apparently he did. Here's Lopke with it at the line now. He goes to play it back deep. McKay will get it the rest of the way down below the goal line, and it's played around by Wagner to Tran, out intended for McDougall, but it gets beyond him, and Lopke tries to turn it the other way. He gets it ahead. Roop gets a stick on it just as he comes onto the ice, no, he didn't, so that will be an icing call against the Warewell Bombers here with just under a minute gone in the opening period of play. This Bomber team really has been built for this event, for this championship. A lot of players who will be moving up to the next age group next year. So we'll see if that will pay off for this team over the next 50 minutes of playing time. Schlender sends it around to the near side. First one to it is Campbell. He keeps it away from Dauphney. Played towards the line. O'Connor not able to hold it in as it was knocked out by McNeil. Now Campbell will dump it in around the boards. Bent and McKay go in after it. It comes past both of them to Schlender. He gets it out to center. Dauphney trying to set it up for Lovett, but Lovett had it go off his skate, and it's played back down into the Halifax zone, gathered up by O'Connor. O'Connor working his way ahead. O'Connor cutting to the outside. Now plays it back to the line. Shot from the point there by Proctor. Didn't get much on it, but then Proctor got it back again and turned it over now to Sim. Sim goes to dump it in. It goes off of O'Connor. O'Connor keeps it just out of the reach of Carter. Now Conrad at the line sends it off the end boards, and it'll be gathered up there by Swift. Off the boards, ends up going off the skate of Jordan, and now the Wolverines come out to center. Proctor gets it in across the line. Conrad plays it over to Harvey. He'll get it out to center, just out of the reach of Carter. And now down the ice, back to get it, Conrad. Fans a little bit on his pass, but it still does get to Sim. And now the puck went out, then in, then out, then in. And that ends up being an offside against the Wolverines with 2:46 gone here in the first period. As you can tell, folks, I'm a little bit... fatigue has certainly set in on me. I can only imagine how much fatigue has set in on the players as they're playing their 5th game in 4 days. I'm calling my 16th game in 4 days. So take everything I say with a significant grain of salt. Maybe a great big boulder of salt for that matter. Puck into the zone here. It's picked up by McKay. McKay trying to get it in front for Roop, but Roop couldn't quite redirect that puck into the net. Now back to the line, Austin. He couldn't hold it onside. He and McDonald back up with it all the way into their own zone. McDonald now plays it ahead for Roop. Roop avoids one hit. Now he'll carry it across the line. Cuts to the outside, working against Truin. Roop down the boards. Now a pass back intended for Conrad, but it's broken up by McDougall. And McDougall will get it down the ice. It's right on to Cameron, so no icing. And now we'll get another stoppage. And with 3:55 gone in the first period. I was looking at the 20-minute clock, not the 15-minute clock. Lovett gets the puck in across the line. It'll get picked up there by Conrad. His pass ahead, deflected by McNeil. Right on to goaltender Jordan Rittenberg, and Rittenberg hangs on for a face-off. 10:52 left to go. First period. Face-off in the Halifax zone. And coming out with it, Daphne. He gets bumped off the puck, but Schlender picks up, trying to cut around Lopke. Schlender still with it. Takes it all the way into the near corner, back to the line. Wagner, there's a shot, kick save made. Now the puck's still loose. There's Cameron, able to make the save, and he'll hang on for a face-off. Wolverines with the early advantage on the shot clock, 4-1. When you look back at the game earlier today, the Wolverines were outshot by the Bombers, 23-21. Played off the glass, gets past O'Connor. Race for the puck, getting there first is, I believe that was Uzochukwu. And now coming out with it. That was bent rather. It was 24, or 34, not 24. My apologies. Puck rolls in onto Rittenberg, and he covers up and hangs on for a face-off. 10:09 left to go here in the first period. And when you look at this being the fifth game in 2 days for both, or in 3 days for both of these teams, the fact that they played each other earlier today really means that neither team has the rest advantage, as they both were on the ice at the same time earlier. And we saw that in the first semifinal, it might have been part of the factor that the Dartmouth Whalers played in the noon game today, while the Rangers played in the 8 a.m. game. And then so when the Rangers had those 4 extra hours of rest compared to the Whalers, that may have been a part of the scenario that led to the Rangers being able to win that game as comfortably as they did. Puck comes to the line. Conrad holds it in there. Now plays it back to McDonald. McDonald up for Sim. Sim can't take the pass cleanly, and Proctor dumps it in right onto Bryant Cameron, who steers it into the near side corner. Conrad picks up there, gets it out to center, but ends up losing the puck to Proctor. Proctor works his way in. He'll take a backhand shot. Save made by Cameron, and now the puck back into the corner again. Proctor gets it down to Panopoulos. Back to the line for Wagner. His shot is blocked, and it's cleared out to center. Wagner back to pick up. He'll play it over to Tran. Tran ahead for Uzochukwu. He goes to play it, or Uzochukwu, excuse me. Wagner now trying to clear the zone, but he can't. Uzochukwu will pick up. Chike Uzochukwu is able to get the puck deep into the Wherewell Bomber zone. Back to get it is Austin. Kingsley Austin trying to get away from the forecheck of Lovett. Changes directions and then sends the puck back behind him to McDonald in the near corner. McDonald takes a bump from Schlender. And now it's sent back around. Austin racing to the puck, getting there just a little too late as Lovett got to it first. Schlender brings it into the near side corner. Sends it back down below the goal line. This time Austin will get to the puck first, but when he chops it to the boards, the only one there was O'Connor. O'Connor plays it to the middle of the ice, and it comes to Roop. Roop having trouble getting through the traffic, but he does. Then he gets a shot away, and the blocker save made by Rittenberg. Just over halfway through the first period, battle at the side of the net, and the net ends up coming off of its moorings, so we'll get a stoppage here with 7:22 left to go in the first period. We'll get the face-off in the Halifax end. It'll be to the right of goaltender Jordan Rittenberg. Puck comes to the line. Lopke plays it back down the boards. Tried to get it to McNeil. McNeil able to chase it down, though, for Sim. Sim gets bumped off the puck by Tran. It ends up coming to the front of the net, and Rittenberg has to pounce on it, cover up, and hang on for a face-off. 7:08 left to go here in the first. As we get set up again for another face-off at the exact same spot it was just a moment ago. Tran gets the puck and is able to play it up to Sullivan. Sullivan gets it off the boards and out. Austin tries to turn it up the other way, but McDougall was there, as was Legier. Now McDougall with the puck ends up fanning on his shot, and we're going to get a penalty hooking the call against Kingsley Austin. And so the first power play of this game goes to the Halifax Wolverines. And we talked about the fact that there were 5 special teams goals in the game between these teams this morning. And when you look at the Wolverines overall, they have 5 power play goals throughout the course of this weekend already out of the 13 goals that they scored. So a little less than 40% of their offense has come when they've got the man advantage. And then, of course, they also had the 1 goal shorthanded. There's a shot, and they score! Ray McDougall shoots it almost directly from the face-off dot to the left of Bryant Cameron. And I don't know if it was deflected, but it does get past Cameron, and the power play strikes again for the Wolverines. If it is Ray McDougall's goal, it's his 3rd goal, his 3rd power play goal, and his 7th point of the tournament. Daphne sends the puck in deep right off of the draw. Harvey gets it below his own goal line. It is McDougall's goal. Legier with an assist. Schlender also with an assist on that one again. So the goal, Ray McDougall, 3rd goal, 7th point, 3rd power play goal of the tournament, assisted by Luke Legier and Easton Schlender at 8:33 to give the Wolverines the 1-0 lead. Here comes Conrad coming in. Conrad's shot, that's kicked aside. He gets the puck back, throws to the front of the net. It's cleared away. Another shot by Conrad, and this time Rittenberg makes the save and hangs on. And so we'll get a stoppage with 5:34 left to go. In the game this morning, the Bombers scored first, and then the Wolverines got the victory. This game, the Wolverines score first. We'll have to wait and see if there's any connection between the relative outcomes. Puck comes to the line. There's Austin. His shot deflected. It ends up going wide. And we're going to get a penalty here. Tripping is indicated. And it looks like it's going to be the captain of the Wolverines, Kenzie Wagner, who's going to go off. So the Bombers give up a power play goal on the first chance that the Wolverines get. And now the Bombers get a chance themselves. Just less than a minute, or just over a minute and a half later. There's a shot that goes wide. Puck comes back up the boards to Roop. Roop's shot goes off a leg, comes back to Conrad. He'll play it to Sim. Sim in front for Carter, but that deflection ends up going wide of the net, and it's picked up by the Wolverines and launched down the ice. 1:35 to go in the Wolverine penalty. Here's Sim cutting to the middle of the ice. He gets taken down. Puck is cleared to the line, not out. Second effort by McDougall does get it the length of the ice. And with 1:17 to go in the penalty, Conrad back to pick up again. Here comes Owen Conrad in across the line. Conrad tried to get it centered. That was not able to connect, and now Roop has to hustle back as Daphne and Schlender were both coming in, and it's cleared the rest of the way down the ice. 50 seconds left in the penalty. Conrad for Roop. Roop will bring it in across the blue line, skate it down into the corner, take it behind the net, come into the right wing corner side. Has the puck knocked off his stick, and it's sent out to center. Austin with it with 33 seconds left in the man advantage. Kingsley Austin now will carry across the line. Try to cut towards the front of the net. Kept the puck with him as he went behind the net. Played it back towards McDonald, but McDonald can't keep the puck, and Legier will come out. Here's Legier. He'll stop and back up with 10 seconds left in the penalty. Sends it to McDougall, and McDougall will fire it in, and that should just about do it for the power play here for the Bombers. Here's McEachern with the puck. Penalty has expired. McEachern goes down into the corner, takes a bump from Truin. Puck comes up to the line. Austin holds it onside, but then Truin plays it out to center. Austin will dump it right back in again. McDougall will go back and get it. McNeil coming in on the forecheck. Puck comes to the near wall. Roop will play it back to Campbell. Campbell tried to get it back down the boards. It's knocked down by Panopoulos into the corner for Roop. Roop can't get the puck to the front of the net. Campbell will get it back to the line for Austin. Austin's shot, that goes just wide, comes off the end boards. Roop can't get to the puck before McDougall does, but McDougall not able to clear the zone as McDonald knocked it down. Under 2.5 to go here, first period. Truin with the puck. Down below his own goal line. Gets away from McNeil by playing it to McDougall. Now around the boards to Proctor. Proctor will use the wall to get the puck out to center, pick it back up. Gets the shot away, that goes wide, and the puck will come up the boards where Uzuchuku was waiting for it. Proctor at the side of the net has it deflect up into the air, able to get it over to O'Connor. O'Connor gets a shot away, and that comes off the glass, and now Roop will bring it out. 1:45 to go. Here's Roop, he's got Campbell with him. Roop shoots, and he scores! Logan Roop ties the game with 1:43 to go in the first period. We're all square at one apiece. For Roop, his third goal, 8th point of the tournament. That 8th point is his team leading 8th point. He's tied for the team lead now with goals with Owen Conrad with 3. And I believe it's going to be an unassisted goal. We'll wait for confirmation. And there is the confirmation. It is an unassisted goal. Logan Roop is third of the tournament, 8th point, unassisted at 13:17 of period number 1. Carter plays it down into the corner. Daphne picks up there. He takes a bump, gets the puck over to Tran. Tran gets it ahead, and coming out, Schlender, he'll push the puck ahead, and over to get it is Conrad. Conrad plays it up the boards, held in by Legier, but then he gets it taken from him by Jordan, and Jordan sends it down the ice. Legier now with it into the final 50 seconds of period number 1. Here's Schlender. He'll bring it across the blue line. Schlender takes a hip check, but able to skate through it. Now has a poke check, and that allows Conrad to get the puck away from him. He plays it over to Austin. Austin sends it around the boards and out to center. 30 seconds left now in the period. Austin, lead pass for McKay. McKay's got a step, coming in, looking to go far post, but the blocker of Rittenberg equal to the task there. Now McKay in the corner, gave the puck to Carter. The Wolverines able to force the turnover. Pass up to Proctor. Proctor will dump it in with 4 seconds left. Back to get it Lopke. He plays it to the wall, and the Wolverines aren't going to be able to get a shot off, and so we'll reach the end of the first period with the score tied at a goal apiece. The Bombers outshoot the Wolverines in that period 8-7. And while we've got the stoppage here, we want to once again recognize that this game of the Coltech Nova Scotia Under 15 Major Hockey League Provincial Championship Tournament being brought to you by 2 of the bronze level sponsors, Motor Hub Automotive Group and Stanfields Limited. As well, it is worth noting the other major tournament sponsors, Dairy Queen and Birchall McDougall on the bronze level, silver level, Macquarie's PharmaSave, and the gold level sponsor, Coltech Windows and Entrance Systems. In the first semifinal earlier today, the Rangers were able to defeat the Dartmouth Whalers. The Whalers beat the Rangers in the round robin. Here we saw the Wolverines beat the Bombers in the round robin, and after 1 period of play, were tied. Puck sent down the length of the ice, icing waved off, so McDonald's got to hustle back as he had a couple players coming in on him, including Benigno. Sim plays it back behind the net to Conrad. Conrad gets away from McDougall, now gets away from Benigno, gets the pass ahead to Sim, but Sim just deflects it forward and it ends up right on the stick of Kenzie Wagner. Conrad back behind his own net again. He'll play it over to the far wall. Race to get to the puck, and getting there first is Wagner. It ends up back with Conrad, and he'll play it ahead for Jordan. Jordan trying to spring Carter. Carter does get a stick on the puck to negate the icing, but isn't able to get it under control to get a shot away. And now with it is Lopke. He'll dump it down. Out to get it is Rittenberg as he settles it there for his captain, Kenzie Wagner. Wagner's pass to McDougall. McDougall set it up for Legier, who got it the rest of the way down the ice. Back to get it. Austin ahead to Lopke. Lopke deflects it to McNeil, who deflects it the rest of the way down the ice. And back in their own zone, Bent got his stick on the puck but couldn't do much with it. Now here's Roop. Roop trying to get the puck to settle down for him, but it ends up rolling just off of his stick and then wide of the net. Now here's Schlender. He goes to put it off the glass, but he puts it over the glass. And and my cameraman Ashton Reiki had his hand out, indicating he would have been able to make that catch if the netting hadn't been there. I'm seated just a couple of seats below where Ashton's standing, and I instinctively ducked because it looked like it was heading towards me. So I don't know if Ashton would have caught it or if I would have been hit by it, but it was definitely coming. Was definitely heading right towards us. My cameraman for some of my other games, Lucas Morton, also here tonight, just hanging out. He's not on duty. He's just here to watch the game after having worked several of the games in this tournament, and I got to thank both of these guys for the work that they have done, not only this weekend but all season long. And since I'm sitting down in front of them, I don't think either of them can actually hear me, so whatever nice words I'm saying about them, I'll deny it emphatically if anybody ever tells them that I actually said it. I'm kidding, of course. Of course. Face-off will be to the right of goaltender Bryant Cameron. Now Conrad gets the puck. He plays it to the wall, but it'll be picked up there by Panopoulos. Had it for a moment. And now McEachern working down the ice. Caleb McEachern can't get that shot through as Truro was there to get the block. McEachern behind the net. He gets taken into the boards by Panopoulos. Now it'll come up to Chike Uzochukwu. Uzochukwu with the shot. Save made. Rebound is there. And whoa, so close. Truro with a great opportunity, but he ended up sending it just wide. Now here's Conrad trying to get around Tran. Conrad throws it to the front of the net, but not able to get his stick on it was McKay. Out to center. Austin for Conrad. The league's leading scorer for defensemen plays it ahead to McKay. To Sim. The regular season leading scorer for defensemen, I should point out. There's a shot, and that just gets deflected wide. Now Kingsley Austin pinching in. Out in front for Jordan, and he scores! Chris Jordan puts it just up underneath the crossbar, and it's 2-1 Bombers. Chris Jordan's second goal, third point of the tournament, gives the Bombers the lead. As we get the announcement of the goal. That should have been a 28, I think, not 29. So Chris Jordan, his second goal, third point of the tournament, assisted by Kingsley Austin and Scott McDonald at the 3:28 mark of this second period, puts the Bombers out in front 2-1. Off the face-off. Or 25, McKay actually with that second assist. And now Bryant Cameron down on the ice. I was looking down to write down the second assist after it got changed, so Cameron getting back to his feet. That's a good sign, as Bryant Cameron has been such a big part of this team's offense throughout the course of this season. And to Rebecca Lavender tuning in again from all the way over on the West Coast. Thank you for tuning in, and I certainly appreciate you watching from all the way over there. A bit of a better game time for you as opposed to the last couple of days where the Bombers have been playing so early in the morning, BC time. Now here's McDonald with the puck. He plays it over to Austin. Ahead for Jordan. Jordan does get just enough of the puck to negate the icing. Now O'Connor back to get it below his own goal line. O'Connor, a couple of nice moves there. He'll skate it ahead. Cuts to the middle. Brings it in across the line. Has it knocked off his stick, and the Bombers get it out to center. Here's Carter trying to get around Wagner. Carter still with it. Second attempt to get around Wagner. And Kenzie Wagner with two nice plays there to deny Liam Carter. Now the battle in the corner. Carter will come out with the puck, play it back to the line to Lopke. Quick pass across for Conrad. He has to try and create space for himself as Dauphiny was right there. Now there's a chance for Conrad, and what a save! Oh my goodness, what a save by Jordan Rittenberg. That might have just been the save of the tournament as he got across. Owen Conrad had the puck right by the side of the net. Rittenberg gets across. I don't know if it was his blocker or his stick, but he gets something in front of that puck. That is a brilliant, brilliant save by the Wolverine goaltender. 5:04 gone here in the second period. And it's going to be Panopoulos and Sim taking the draw. Sim wins it back to Conrad. Conrad's shot, that goes high and wide. And now we'll get the puck down in the corner. Tran plays it around to the far side. Battle along the far wall. Comes to the line to Conrad. Conrad with the shot, save, rebound. Tran able to gather it in and take it behind the net, but then he loses it there. Sim in there. It's going to come around the boards. And Uzachuku able to get it out to center. He gets tied up in neutral ice, and then Campbell comes away with the puck. That shot goes off of Tran and then off the end boards. And covered up by Jordan Rittenberg. And he'll hang on for another face-off with 9:12 left in the third period. Got a message as well. Jaden Pridham watching all the way from Sweden. Thank you, Jaden. And we certainly appreciate having an audience over in the beautiful country of Sweden. And it must be a little late at night there. And we thank you for staying up and tuning in to watch this game. Puck comes out to center. Now it's picked up by McDougall. He'll bring it in across the line. McDougall with the shot and Cameron the save. And Pridham says, go Carter Sullivan, number 8. Sullivan of the Wolverines. So thanks, Jaden, for letting us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. We appreciate the international audience that we have. Puck off the glass. Ends up on the stick of McEachern. Caleb McEachern gets it out to center. Truin sends it back forward. Legier will dump it down. Race for the puck. And McDougall and Austin collide. McDougall will get the puck, but then he gets knocked down. And Roop will play it in behind the net. Trying to gather it in there was Sawyer rather. And now Legier plays it back to the line for Swift. Swift gets it down into the corner. Pass out in front. And Cameron deflects it enough that it gets out of the path of McDougall and comes to the line. Truin will play it back in deep, nearing the midway point of this second period. Puck tied up along the end boards. Proctor in there along with McDougall. But the Bombers are able to get it out and down the ice. O'Connor back to pick up. He'll pick up some speed as he comes through center. Cutting to the outside on the left wing. Stops before he gets to the corner. Then plays the puck around the boards. First one to it there will be McDonald. He'll get it out to center. Daphne sets it up for Schlender. And Schlender has it go off the stick of Logan Roop and down into the Bomber end. Conrad trying to poke it past his man, but not able to do so. Coming in on the forecheck is Lovett as well. And coming away with the puck, Daphne. He plays it back down the boards for Lovett. Lovett takes a bump there from Sim. There's a shot that's blocked before it gets to Cameron. Picked up by Schlender. He'll fire it around the boards. Bent holds it in at the line, sends it back around the boards. And the first one to it below the goal line is Conrad. Owen Conrad flips it out to center. Chris Jordan gets it in across the line. Gets tangled up in the stick of O'Connor. And that's going to give the Bombers a power play here with 6:43 to go in the second period. Bombers were not able to convert on their first power play of the evening. And this time it will be O'Connor going off for the trip. Sim to take the draw against Legier. Face off. Ends up getting played towards the boards. Comes back to the line to Conrad. He'll give to Sim as the Bombers get their power play set up. There's a shot from Roop. The save made, and it's deflected into the glass, and then it comes down to Legier. Legier dumps it down the ice. He goes chasing after it himself, gets to it, but then has it taken off of his stick by Roop, and Roop will start to work his way ahead. Roop nearly coughs it up to Legier there. And here it was hooking, not tripping. My apologies. Here's Conrad with the puck. Takes the shot. And the save made by Rittenberg, and he'll hang on with 1:21 left to go in the power play. 6:04 left to go here in period number 2. McEachern to take the draw for the Bombers. Schlender will take the face off for the Wolverines. Now the Wolverines have too many guys out there, so a little bit of miscommunication. Is it both Truen and Daphne came towards the bench, and it was Truen that they wanted off, and so McDougall will come in to take the draw now. Face off won by the Bombers. Played back to the line for Lopke. He goes over to the far side with it. McEachern gives to Austin. Austin with the shot off the end boards and trying to stick it in short side. There was McKay, not able to do so. Puck comes now to McNeil. Across for McEachern. His shot, he fanned on the first attempt, and the second attempt ends up getting deflected, and the net ends up coming off of its moorings. As I mentioned a couple of times here, the one issue with this building is that the nets do tend to come off a little bit easier here than they do in some other buildings. And the officials are going to talk it over to see if they think that net was knocked off intentionally. I'm going to say, from my perspective, I don't think it was. But the referee going to go have a little chat with Rittenberg as he resets the net. Like I said, I've been doing games in this building for about 13 years now, going back to 2009 when the Junior A Bearcats played in here, and at doesn't matter what level, doesn't matter what team, doesn't matter what goaltender, it seems to me that these nets come off with more frequency than they do in other rinks that I call games from. The Bombers try to make a change while the official was having a chat with the Wolverines bench, and the referee says, no, you're not going to be allowed to do that. So, and now he comes over and has a talk with the Bomber coaching staff to say, we were lined up for the draw, so it's too late to make a change. Meanwhile, while all of this is going on, there's still 55 seconds left in the Wolverine penalty taken by Jake O'Connor. And we will get lined up, and now we'll get the puck drop. McEachern wins the face-off. Back to Kingsley Austin. He'll play it to Lopke. Back to Austin again. Austin gives it over to McEachern. His shot blocked by Daphne. And the puck will be cleared out to center ice. Going back to pick up is Lopke. And the Bombers will change the forward unit while Lopke brings the puck up the ice. He gets run into by McDougall, but the puck not cleared as Roop held it onside. Truen does get it out to center, and it's picked up by Schlender. Schlender with the shot. That goes wide. Comes all the way around the boards. Conrad will pick it up with just 10 seconds left in the penalty. Owen Conrad gives to Lane Sim. Sim gives to Conrad. Over to Roop. Back to Conrad. There's a shot save made by Rittenberg, and he'll hang on for another face-off with 4:39 left in the second period. The penalty did indeed expire. So the Bombers now 0 for 2 with the man advantage. Wolverines 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. Face off between Legier and Sim. Legier able to win it, and Proctor helps push the puck out of the zone past Sawyer Harvey. Now McDougall able to get the puck in across the blue line, but it's bouncing around, and finally the one player able to settle it was Lane Sim. Sim coming in, gets around one player, over for McNeil, but McNeil not able to get a good shot away there. Now in behind the net, Legier. He's trying to get the puck down the ice before Campbell ran him into the boards. Legier still with it as he takes it down to the corner, plays it back to the line for Tran, but the pass just out of Tran's reach, and he has to come back out to center. Now McEachern ends up running into his own player, Campbell, and so the Bombers have to back up into their own zone. Play it out. Here comes Tran back to get it in his own end. The pass just hops over the stick of Sullivan. Now coming the other way, pass for Carter. Here comes Carter coming in. Liam Carter with the shot. And the save made by Jordan Rittenberg. And he'll hang on with 3:34 left in this second period. Both of these teams will have one more game tomorrow. The only question is who will be playing at 10 o'clock and who will be playing at 1 o'clock. And that is still very much a large question with just a 1-goal margin at this time. Down into the corner, picked up by Bent. He'll play it off the boards and out to center. Austin knocks it down at the red line. Coming back to help out was Roop. He plays it back into his own zone. McDonald off the boards to Jordan. Jordan gets it ahead to Carter. Carter can't settle down the bouncing puck, but now it comes to the wall. Jordan overskates it, and it's picked up by O'Connor. O'Connor trying to get away from Jordan, gets it to Uzochukwu, and it's played out to center. McDonald has it taken from him by Uzochukwu, but getting to the puck first was Austin, and it was actually going to be a delayed offside. That's why Uzochukwu had to peel off. Austin now coming in, tries to get a centering pass. It goes off the skate of Panopoulos. And it comes to the line. Jordan fires from the point. Save made by Rittenberg. Carter right there looking for a rebound but couldn't get one as Rittenberg covered it up. And 4 members of the Wolverines all collapsed right in onto Carter. Great job by the Wolverine defense to make sure that Liam Carter did not have a second chance opportunity there. Now over for Jordan, he scores, for McKay rather, and he scores. As Nolan McKay was able to back away from the face-off circle as the puck was dropped. Whoever was intending to mark him lost him. The puck comes across to the far side of the slot, and Nolan McKay was right there and gives the Bombers a 2-goal lead with just under 2.5 left to go in the second period. McKay gets his second point of the game, and Lane Sim getting the puck over to him off of the draw gets the lone assist on that one. So it's again Nolan McKay, and that's his first goal and second point of the tournament, as he assisted on Jordan's goal earlier in this game. McKay from Sim at 14:31 of the second period gives the Bombers now a 2-goal lead to work with. Schlender down into the corner, takes a bump. Coming in to give some help is Lovett. He gets a shot away, and Bryant Cameron will make the save and hang on with, the time of that goal was 12:31, not 14:31. I apologize. For those of you who care about such things. And we got Mateo watching from Germany, also cheering for Carter Sullivan. So Carter Sullivan, an international superstar. Here's McDougall with the puck at center. He gets it up to Legier. Legier with the shot, or with the centering pass, but not able to connect. And now it's played back out to center. Tran looking to get it ahead. Legier has it taken away from him, and Campbell will get the puck in deep into the final minute of the second period. Out come the Wolverines, dump down deep into the Bomber zone. As got a message from Nadine Cathcart as well, cheering on Griffin Horton and the Bombers team. And there's another goal for the Bombers, as right in front of the net, parked at the top of the crease, was Lane Sim. And he's able to pop that one in. It's now 4-1. Sim's first goal of this game, second point of the game, his third goal and 8th point of the tournament, as the perfect pass put right onto this tape, and he was able to poke that one in to give the Wolverines, or to give the Bombers, the 3-goal lead. Conrad with the pass that set Sim up. The time of the goal, 14:25 of the second period. And so now the Bombers leading by 3 here in the late stages of this second. Down below the net, McDougall tries to throw it out in front. That'll be cleared away by Conrad. He plays it around the boards, gets to the line, held in by Bent. Down again, McDougall trying to get it to the front. He couldn't. Sim and McDougall collide in the corner. McDougall will come out with the puck. Tried to center it. If that goes off a skate. Now another centering attempt. And that's going to do it for the second period. Shots on goal in the second in favor of the Bombers, 18-5. So the Bombers overall outshooting the Wolverines now 26-12. And we'll go into the third period with the Bombers leading at 4-1. We want to once again remind you that this game of the Coltech Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League Provincial Championship being brought to you by 2 of the tournament level bronze sponsors, those being Motor Hub Automotive Group and Stanfields Limited. 2 other bronze sponsors who deserve recognition for their support throughout the weekend are Dairy Queen and Birchall McDougall. There's a silver level sponsor, McCrory's PharmaSave, and gold level sponsor, Coltech Windows and Entrance Systems. And once again, we're going to take the break here with 2 periods in the books in this second semifinal. Warewell Bombers lead at 4-1. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the start of the third. You are watching the 2022 Coltech Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League Provincial Championships here on Pictou Sports through AOTV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 20 minutes separating one of these teams from a berth at the championship game tomorrow at 1 o'clock against the Rangers. The Halifax Wolverines, who have trailed in other games and come back, finished the round robin with a record of 2-1-1. Need to have a comeback here in this one if they want to be in that 1 o'clock game tomorrow as the third period gets underway. Legier can't find the puck in his feet. McEachern will play it back to McDonald. To the line, Tran holds it in. Now Legier in the corner, sends it behind the net. Tried to get it to connect to Benigno, but it does not. Now we're going to get a stoppage as the net is dislodged. And not quite sure what the issue was there, but anyway. Here comes the Bombers out to center now. McEachern will just softly play the puck in. Down to get it is the captain, Wagner. He'll play it to the boards, and it'll be picked up by O'Connor. Or that's Panopoulos, rather. No, it was Legier. I'll get it right one of these times. Now Conrad. Through center. All the way down. Takes the shot. Bent got a piece of that puck, and it ended up going wide. Now the Wolverines look to clear, but Conrad will keep it in. Working against Bent in the corner. Daphne comes in to help out. Bent gets the puck. Goes to play it around. It's knocked down by O'Connor. He'll get it out to center. It gets past Austin. Daphne will come in and pick up. Here comes Daphne. And what a save by Brian Cameron! As Daphne looked to tuck the puck in off of the backhand, but Cameron with a brilliant save. I said the save back in the second period by Rittenberg might have been the save of the tournament. Bryant Cameron might have just said, "Hold my pop," as he made that one. Holy cow. Wow. There's another shot. Cameron the save, and he's able to gather it in before no rebound. Yeah, okay. I speak good English, eh? Holy cow. 1:35 gone in this third period. Like I said earlier, take everything that I say with a huge boulder of salt at this point, because Lopke had Proctor all over him. Puck comes to the line. Truen will play it down the wall. Centering pass ends up going onto the stick of Carter, and he plays it ahead for Jordan. Truen back to get it in his own zone. Jordan gives him a bump. Truen trying to get it ahead to Chukwu, excuse me. Now Truen behind the net again. Over to Uzuchukwu. Back to Truen. It'll get beyond him, and so Proctor has to go back and pick it up. Now it's on the stick of Logan Roop. His pass for Austin. Gets over instead to Lopke down into the corner. And Swift fires it around the boards. Out to center. Austin settles it down there, but he played it with a high stick. So we'll get a stoppage with 2:38 gone here in the third period. And the Wolverines continue to trail by 3. And we're going to get Legier waved out of the face-off circle. McDougall will come in to take the draw instead. Benigno gets the puck and sends it down into the Wherewell Bomber zone. Sawyer has Legier all over him. Legier ends up playing it off the side of the net, but Conrad will pick it up and play it ahead to McEachern. His pass a little bit out of the reach of McKay, and Kinsey Wagner played it around. Now Tran with it. His dump out, knocked down by McKay. Tran will reverse it around for Benigno. Benigno gets it to the line. Sawyer holds it in. His shot goes wide, comes off the end boards to Wagner. Wagner not able to clear. Now we're going to get a trip. No, we're not. Play goes on. Looked like the Bombers got away with a bit of a trip there. Here's Sawyer hustling back to get it in his own zone. Plays it off the wall. McDougall sends it back in. Lovett will now go in on the forecheck, working against Conrad. Conrad gives to Roop. Roop will carry it through. Roop gets around one player, takes the shot, looking to go top shelf, but ended up putting it just a little bit too high. Now Roop tried to make the pass to Austin, but it's intercepted by Dauphney. His pass for O'Connor, just a little out of his reach. And O'Connor traces down the puck, but gets taken into the boards with a nice hip check there by Kingsley Austin. Down the length of the ice. Out to get it is Rittenberg. He ends up putting it right onto the stick of McNeil, but McNeil not able to connect with Campbell on that pass. Roop sends it back to the line for Austin. His shot hits a body, comes to Roop. There's a shot that gets steered aside by Rittenberg. All about 4.5 gone. Roop's shot, this time it ends up hitting his own man, McNeil. And McNeil took that one in the back of the leg where there's not as much, or not much, if any, padding. And the puck ends up cleared down the length of the ice. 4:36 gone here in the third period. Bombers up 4-1 on the Halifax Wolverines. Panopoulos wins it down into the corner. Tran takes a bump but gets the puck up the boards, and then Proctor gets it out to center. Plays it off the wall. Racing back to get to it is Lopke, but Proctor got to it first, tried to get it out front, but Conrad will clear that away. Now it's sent down the ice. Back to pick up is Wagner. Wagner being watched there by Carter. Gets the pass ahead to Proctor. Proctor across, intended for Uzuchuku, but that was a little bit beyond him. Now Panopoulos in on Conrad. Panopoulos almost creates a turnover, but Conrad able to play it ahead. It ends up getting knocked down by Proctor, but Uzuchuku had his momentum take the puck out to center ice with him. 5.5 just about gone here in the third period. Sim behind the net. Throws it towards the front. It goes all the way through and beyond everybody down the length of the ice. Cameron settles it down for Kingsley Austin, and Austin will work the puck ahead. Gains the red line and dumps the puck the rest of the way. Trewin behind his own net. Gets it forward and out to center. McKay gets to it as he had a couple of Wolverine players coming in on him in a hurry, including O'Grady and Legier. Now played out for Legier, but he can't get his shot through the traffic. And O'Grady Legier then rubs his man into the boards. McDougall trying to get around McEachern. He couldn't, and Roop will pick up the loose puck, bring it in back to the Wolverine zone. Now 6.5 gone in the third. Here comes McDougall. Roop gets away with a little bit of a hook there, and Legier's attempted dump in ends up hitting his own teammate, that being Landon O'Grady, if I could read my own writing. Panopoulos and Sim take the draw. Panopoulos wins it to O'Connor. O'Connor sends it softly into the zone. Conrad able to pick up before Proctor could get there. Plays it around to McDonald. McDonald gets it back around to Conrad. And Conrad will flip it ahead for Sim. Sim couldn't get it settled though, and Uzochukwu comes the other way. There's a shot blocker save made by Cameron. Bent with the shot from the line. That goes off of Campbell. Now Uzochukwu sends it towards the net. That gets steered aside. Conrad around the boards. O'Connor hustles to keep it onside. McNeil not able to clear the zone. Now McNeil does get the puck out. Cameron has players all over him, and it ends up coming to Conrad. He'll try to dump it in, but instead dumps it off of the netting, and so we'll get a face-off just outside the Warewell Bomber blue line. 12:36 left to go in the third period. 4-1 the score, as it has been since the very late stages of the second period. And we're going to get a brief pause here as O'Grady has to be taken back to the locker room after he took that attempted dump in. I didn't see where exactly it caught him, but wherever it did, he's obviously in significant discomfort. Daphne with the puck now. Shot by Wagner, doesn't get through all the traffic. Austin delivers a check, and the puck ends up with Logan Roop, and here comes Roop. He's got Carter with him. Roop trying to cut around against Wagner. Wagner, and now we're going to get a penalty? Wagner gets called for tripping, and so the Bombers will go to their third power play of the game with 12:11 left to go here in the third period. And for the Wolverines, this really is an absolutely must kill, as if the Bombers go ahead by 4 with a power play goal here, you get the feeling that it wouldn't put it out of reach, but it would certainly make a bit of a hill, an even bigger hill to try and climb. And the clock would then start looming even larger as a factor. Puck played around the boards, but it's held in by Conrad. He gives it to Austin. Back to Conrad. Sim skates it down, gets to the front of the net, and Roop deflects it. It goes up over the crossbar to the area behind the net. Bombers not able to hold it onside as Legier gets it out to center. Now Conrad will circle back and look for an angle that he likes. That pass a little bit out of Sim's reach, and that allows O'Connor to knock it ahead. Campbell gets to it and plays it back to Kingsley Austin. 1:18 left to go in the penalty. Austin brings the puck across the blue line, down into the corner. Skates past one check, gets it back to the line for Conrad. Conrad with the shot, and the blocker save made by Rittenberg. Conrad gets it again, skating it along the blue line. His shot gets through, and the save made, rebound cleared away from the front of the net. Not sure whether it was Legier or O'Connor who was able to clear that puck away from danger. 50 seconds left in the penalty. Conrad out from behind his own net. Pass for Roop. Roop gets held up. Conrad gets the puck. Now he'll get it over to Sim. Sim coming in. Stops, waits, now plays it to Conrad. Conrad doesn't take the pass cleanly and ends up having to come out to center ice with the puck as he had Schlender all over him. Conrad gets it over to Sim. Sim brings it across the line. Waits. Now he'll skate it down towards the corner. Go in behind the net. Come out. Try the wraparound. Save is made. Puck comes back to Conrad. His shot. And that one will be saved as well and cleared down the length of the ice. 10 seconds left in the Wolverine penalty. Here's McEachern with the puck now. We're back to 5-on-5. McEachern has it knocked off his stick by Legier. McDougall will get it, and here come the Wolverines. McDougall has Legier and Bent with him. Tried to get it over to Bent, but that puck was deflected away. Now Sullivan down into the corner. He takes a bump from Austin. Legier takes it behind the net. He'll come out the near side. Legier goes cross ice with it. There's a shot, and I don't know if it got all the way through to Cameron or if it was blocked in front by Lopke, but either way, it was cleared away, and now it's out to center, just out of the reach of Truin, and Bent will go back and pick up over halfway through the third period. That puck hops just past Lopke's stick, close enough that it was not an icing. Now in the corner, McDougall and Austin collide as they battle for the puck. Roop comes in and gets his stick on it momentarily, but then has it knocked away from him again. And now coming out with it will be McDougall. He fires a shot that ends up hitting Sullivan and Austin as they were battling. And now we have Bryant Cameron has gone down, and his net has come way off of its moorings. And this is the second time Cameron's been down in this game. Didn't see what exactly happened as I was watching the start of the attempted breakout, and all of a sudden okay, so my cameraman who saw it better than I did, a Wolverine player apparently bumped into the back of the net, and then the net bumped into Bryant Cameron. That knocked Cameron down and knocked the net loose, so no intent. There was harm, but no intent, no foul. Cameron seems to be fine now, so maybe no harm as well. Lovett gets waved out of the face-off circle. Daphne will come in to take the draw against Roop. Lovett trying to get his stick on it. He can. A bouncing puck gathered up by Schlender. Schlender has it taken away from him by Conrad. He'll play it ahead, and Jordan lets it go out through to center ice. Swift finds Daphne. Daphne across for O'Connor. He plays it as far as the Bomber blue line. Conrad knocked it down there. Now Schlender will get it back in across the line. Daphne tried to feed it back to Schlender, but that pass hopped over his stick, and it's played out. Picked up at the line by Swift. His pass up for Schlender. Here comes Schlender coming in. That shot blocked by McDonald. Goes down into the corner. Schlender tries to center it. Comes all the way through. Swift with the shot, and it goes off the skate of McDonald and almost deflects in onto Bryant Cameron. Swift now plays it up the boards, out to center, back in again. And now out from behind his own net, Swift gives to Schlender. Schlender has it knocked off his stick, but O'Connor there to pick up. And O'Connor will come in all the way down into the Bomber zone. Stops and plays it back now. Shot from the line by Wagner. And Cameron able to watch that one right into his glove. And he'll hang on with 7:43 left to go here in the third period. Almost getting to the point where you look at the clock as becoming a bit of a factor. 7:43, a lot of time to get 3 goals, certainly. But second ticks away, it certainly does make a bit of a difference. Here comes Legier now. In across the line. Legier trying to get himself free, gets it down into the corner. Played back to the line. Tran tees it up. There's a shot that hits the bodies in front. Truin with a shot. And Cameron able to find the puck and hang on, and his mask ends up coming off. And Bryant Cameron, he's had a rough night there in his crease. He was shaken up during the second period, and now this the second time he's having to gather himself together here in this third period. And Cameron seems to have his things together again, and he will get himself lined up and ready to go for this face-off between Legier and Roop. Puck goes down into the corner. Roop plays it up the boards. McEachern can't get it around Tran, and Tran will play it down around the boards, up the wall by Austin. Picked up by McDougall. Here's McDougall with a shot, and the shoulder save made there by Cameron. Playing it into the glass, stays in play. Tran now sends it towards the net. Austin knocks that one away. McDougall gets it to Truin, but that's going to be a hand pass as McDougall touched it with his glove. not with his stick apparently, and so we'll get the face-off out to center ice. Face-off will be in neutral ice with 6:47 left to go here in the third period. The winner of this game will get a meeting with the Rangers for a chance to be provincial champions and go to Quispamsis in 2 weeks. And now here comes O'Connor. His shot, that gets deflected into the corner, back to the line for Bent. Bent with a shot. That goes bouncing all the way down, and Schlender gets to it at the far wall. He lost control of it. Trying to find it now is Lovett. It ends up underneath Lovett. He's pushed off the puck by McEachern. Now it finally comes down. Harvey gets it to Roop, who's able to get it out. Race for the puck, and Bent able to get it, but he actually Bent overskates it, and Roop comes in. What a poke check there, denying Roop from getting a shot away. A great poke check by Jordan Rittenberg. 5:45 left to go here, third period. That'll be cleared down the length of the ice. And Jordan Rittenberg doing everything that he can to keep his team in a position where they can possibly come back. The only thing Rittenberg can't do for his team is go down to the other end of the ice and score a goal. Here's Wagner with the puck. He'll start to work his way ahead. That pass just a little bit out of the reach of Truro. Here with it now is Lopke. He runs into the brick wall that is Kenzie Wagner, but does get the puck deep into the Wolverine zone in the process. Played back out again. Now Lopke has it. He'll gain the red line and dump it in a little bit more easily this time. 5:08 left to go, third period, and the Bombers still lead by 3. Puck gets to the line and out. Jordan took a swing at it to try and play it back in deep, but couldn't, and it ends up bouncing up and into the Wolverine bench. Under 5 minutes left, third period. Rangers waiting for the winner. The Dartmouth Whalers waiting for the team that will be playing in the bronze medal game. Puck ends up with Tran. He plays it ahead. And then McDonald sends it the other way. Now to pick up it deep in his own zone is O'Connor. O'Connor taking a look. Gives to Tran. Tran will work it ahead. Gets taken off of the puck, but in to pick it up is Dauphney. He'll get it over to O'Connor. O'Connor across the line. Trying to get a shooting position, but takes a hip check from Kingsley Austin. Played around to the far corner. Lovett gets it to Schlender. Schlender tried to center it for Dauphney, but that was deflected away, and then it gets beyond O'Connor as well. And O'Connor has to go back out and pick up. He feeds it to Tran. Up for Dauphney. Dauphney across the blue line. Over to the far wall. He'll fire it around the boards. Austin gets to the puck, takes a bump from Lovett. And now the puck cleared out down the length of the ice. Bent will gather it in there. Under 4 minutes to go. Bent through center as Roop making his way back to the bench very slowly. I just noticed he left his stick middle of the face-off circle there. There's Bent with the puck. There's a shot. It's blocked by Conrad. Getting to the puck is Legier. He'll take it to the wall, then play it down into the corner. Tried to get it out in front. They jam at it, and it's covered up by Bryant Cameron with 3:27 left to go here in the third period. And we're going to get a timeout. And Rittenberg is going to go into the bench and take a seat. So the Wolverines calling their 30-second timeout here. And Rittenberg out of the net. So they'll have the extra attacker there. Why not? You trail by 3. It's a semifinal. No risk, no reward. So the Wolverines trying to draw up a play here where they can get something relatively quickly, as the clock is a factor. As the Bombers come away from their bench, we can tell you the 5 defenders will be McEachern, McKay, Sim, Conrad, and McDonald. And now as the Wolverines come away from their bench, it's Legier, McDougall, Schlender, Wagner, Lovett, and O'Connor. 6 on 5 with 3.5 minutes left to go. Wolverines win the draw. McDougall will send it around behind the net for Lovett. Lovett looks to get it out in front, but that pass doesn't connect and comes all the way back out to center. O'Connor will take it into his own zone. Last man back, feeds it to McDougall, gets it back from him again, and now O'Connor carrying through into the Bomber end. Gives to Schlender, down to O'Connor. O'Connor into the corner. Plays it behind himself to Lovett. Lovett looking to carry it up the boards, now finds O'Connor. Near side, Wagner. Wagner gives to McDougall. McDougall turns, shoots, didn't get much on it. Wagner gets the puck now, plays it towards the net, and Conrad will fire it the length of the ice. That'll go wide for an icing with 2:39 left to go here in the third period. Face-off will be to the right or left, of Bryant Cameron. Carter comes out to replace McKay. Draw won by Legier, back to McDougall. He sends it behind the net. It hops over the stick of Lovett. O'Connor throws it to the front of the net. That gets knocked away. Now race for the puck. And Conrad and Wagner, the 2 captains, battle there. They both end up going down. Schlender tries to get the puck to Legier. Comes back to the line. O'Connor with a shot. That's well wide. Now Conrad can't clear the zone. McDougall takes it down low. He does a Bobby Orr as he tries to get the pass made. Down low, McDougall throws it to the front of the net. It comes to Legier. There's a shot, and it'll be cleared away from danger. Puck going down the ice. Will it hit the target? Yes, it will! The Bombers with the empty net goal make it 5-1. And will that book them a place in tomorrow's gold medal game? It just might. The empty net goal with 18:07 gone here in the third period. I didn't see who launched it down the ice. We'll have to wait for the announcement of the goal. Swift gets it to the line. Daphne has it knocked off his stick. It's Lane Sim with the goal, his second of the game, 4th goal of the tournament, third point of the game, and 9th point of the weekend. And that gives the Bombers now the 4-goal lead. We're into the final 80 seconds. It rolls in onto Cameron. He'll cover up as Proctor was right there. 77 seconds left to go. The Battle of the Bridges looks like what we're going to see in the bronze medal game, as the Dartmouth Whalers look like they will face the Halifax Wolverines. And then the 2 teams who finished in the top 2 spots in the regular season look like they are going to be the 2 teams playing for the top spot at the end of the year. As the puck cleared out, back to get it is Bent. He'll take it behind his own net. Carter trying to create a turnover, at least does enough to disrupt it, and now we're going to get a penalty. And cross-checking is the indication, as it looks like Bent, with a little bit of frustration, took a whack at Liam Carter. And so Cole Bent will go off, and the Bombers will finish this game on the power play. 53.2 seconds left here in the third. Puck sent down the ice. Back to get it is Harvey. He'll take it behind his own net. Now give it over to Lopke. Lopke's pass too far in front of Campbell. There to get it is Truro. And Truro will launch it down the ice. Left behind the net for Harvey. Harvey will circle back with 24 seconds left. Harvey gets it ahead to Lopke. Lopke just plays it up the boards to Campbell. Campbell avoids a hit, gives the puck to McKay. McKay with the shot. That goes wide. 10 seconds left to go. And Lopke will just skate it back down into his own zone and kill off the last few seconds as the horn sounds, and we have your final matchup. Bombers versus Rangers for gold. Wolverines versus Whalers for bronze. 5-1 the final. Shots in the third period. The Bombers only get 6 shots in the third period. They really didn't need any as they were defending the lead. 12 shots by the Wolverines. They double the Bombers in shots in that third period, doing everything they could to try and climb back into it, but the play of Bryant Cameron was enough. And now it's time for the Motor Hub Automotive Group and Stanfield's Limited Players of the Game presentations. And it's just a matter of seeing who it is for each team. So many players that it certainly could be, as so much high quality play as usual on both sides, as we've seen in pretty much every game of this tournament. And as they get squared away who the players of the game are going to be.
It is now time.
There we go. Now we're going to get it.
And Stanfield's Limited Players of the Game. For the winning team, number 11.
So Lane Sim will get it for the Bombers with 2 goals and an assist.
Number 19, Ian Lovett.
Ian Lovett gets it for the Wolverines. He had a great game. He was all over the ice, checking hard, doing everything you could ask of him. But the Wolverines fall just a little bit short here in this one. And both teams, the teams want to shake hands. Coach is trying to tell them they're not allowed to with COVID protocols and everything, but they're going to do it anyway, and why not? What a great show of sportsmanship by both of these teams as they line up and shake hands with one another. What a great game it was. So exciting. So well played by both sides. We've got 2 great games left tomorrow, but that's going to do it for today here at the 2022 Coltech Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League Provincial Championships. Final score once again, the Warewell Bombers book a spot in the final with a 5-1 win over the Halifax Wolverines. Until tomorrow morning when we bring you the bronze medal game, this is Michael Petter on behalf of my awesome camera crew, Ashton Reiki and Lucas Morton. Why not give you both a shout out? You've done a great job all weekend. Time to say, may your skates always be sharp. May your shots always hit the top shelf. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning.